Hello and welcome to the Brave New World presentation, Ending the Security, Control, and Performance Dilemma from Blue Coat Systems. My name is Jonathan Andreessen. I'm Director of Product Marketing, and I'll be your presenter for today. Now, for years, enterprise IT was about the network. It was really about connectivity and connecting all servers and terminals together. Security was really focused on protecting the network border, and performance was really about how fast the network can deliver a packet from one location to the next. Well, today, we've really moved to a new user-centric world where connectivity is really about how users communicate with each other. Security is now focused on protecting user privacy and valuable corporate assets. And performance, rather than being about packets, is about the total user experience and workforce productivity. So in this new user-centric world, the question is, how can the enterprise provide security, control, and performance? And that's the topic for today's presentation. So today, users are leveraging new sets of technologies, and that's changing how we need to manage networks. For example, today users are hyper-connected. Most users today have more than one terminal. They have a PC, a laptop, a tablet, and perhaps even a smartphone. And in fact, by 2012, next year, mobile users will surpass PC users for internet access for the very first time. Secondly, social media now dominates communication between users, and it's replacing traditional applications like webmail or even chat. And it's where a lot of users are spending their time. In fact, over 70% of companies today leverage social media. Another interesting trend is the move towards rich media, which is exploding as users download and post more video content for personal or business use. For example, instead of cable TV, users are accessing content now over the internet, such as Apple TV, Google TV, or even Netflix as examples. Even today, 51% of all internet traffic is video, and in the next few years, it'll be up to 90%. So while the internet has been increasing by orders of magnitude since the late 90s, it's still booming. In fact, today we have about 2 billion users, but the internet should grow to about 5 billion users by 2020. And it's this internet growth that is driving the need to migrate towards IPv6 to accommodate new users, as well as new hyper-connected environment that we're seeing. Social networking is an interesting trend as well, and it's truly global. Here's a map created by Facebook engineer that shows the friendship links between users. Now, by connecting users around the world, it becomes obvious that friendship connections create a map of the world. And in fact, if Facebook was a country, it'd be the third largest country in the world today with almost 600 million users. And the average user today spends almost 23 to 24 hours per month on Facebook alone. And this is a huge productivity challenge for the enterprise. At the same time, Facebook and other social media websites are increasingly used for business. Most large companies today leverage social media in their marketing and to reach new customers, and they're also using it to drive new revenue opportunities as well. So enterprises have a dilemma. They can't block social networking. They need to control it for productivity and business purposes. At the same time, cybercrime is really focused on where the user is spending their time, and in social networking, it's very important. Because today, malware and cyber criminals are targeting social media websites as a vector to infect more users. In fact, it's faster and more efficient for cyber criminals to leverage the trust relationships in social networking to obtain confidential user information. And new types of attacks really masquerade as legitimate applications or content to lure users into surrendering their personal credentials. Those phony websites that look like legitimate websites are really the lure today. And in 2010, we saw, for example, fake antivirus and fake video codecs as some of the most popular types of attacks. And they're also very common in social networking attacks. And with the move towards Web 2.0 and mashed up content, legitimate websites are more difficult to secure. With Web 2.0, cyber criminals can easily inject malicious code into legitimate websites for other users to become infected. Now, since users create their own content in Web 2.0, websites are really only a platform that can be corrupted to serve up malicious content. And finally, traditional network security is no longer enough protection against dynamic web threats. Enterprises today need defenses that are real-time and content-aware for true web security. Now, the old world was really about the network, as I said before, and traditional network security was really concerned with perimeter protection and network layer attacks. However, today, 80% of applications are now web-delivered and user-centric. Business content like customer relationship management or ERP applications are delivered over the web, as well as typical benign web content that users use every day for business, like corporate websites or partner portals. However, mixed in with this good web content is an increasing amount of malware that can compromise data security. And the firewall is designed to control access at the IP and port level, but is not designed to be content aware at the application layer and doesn't control the user. So as a result, the firewall is ill-equipped to defend against dynamic web threats that hide in web content. Now, traditional network defenses deploy the firewall for network layer security from layers 2 to 4, and antivirus is deployed at the endpoint. But for today's user-centric web, we need better defenses and control capabilities at the user level. First, we need optimization and user controls to ensure a high level of performance and proper internet use that is aligned to the business. Secondly, we need real-time cloud protection to protect users from new types of zero-day attacks and dynamic web threats. Third and finally, we need mobile web security and reporting to protect users everywhere, no matter where they work. They also need real-time web protection with the same level of defenses as if they were in the office. Now, protecting users from today's dynamic web threats, no matter where they're located, requires comprehensive awareness of web content and fast protection cycles. At Blue Coat, we leverage the combined web activity of more than 75 million users for full visibility into new and existing content. And the first step to protecting and controlling user activity on the web is to understand what content the user is accessing. And WebPulse delivers industry-leading coverage and web awareness. And WebPulse also performs real-time analysis. What that means is rating new content in real time and protecting users from zero-day attacks without waiting for patches or downloads that can be really slow and create vulnerabilities for new exploits. As well, WebPulse is high performance. It rates over 2 billion web pages every week. One other important aspect of WebPulse is it's very scalable. And with a cloud-based architecture, we can add new threat technologies and threat engines into WebPulse to enhance protection for all customers very quickly. Customers don't need to upgrade their appliances or buy new protection solutions themselves. And finally, Blue Coat Labs uses an experienced team of experts and unique security technologies to analyze and understand even the most complex web content, from hidden botnet activity to even more complicated attacks. WebPulse is based on next-generation URL filtering that accurately filters out bad content, namely malware, spyware, and phishing, that has been growing exponentially over the past few years. And leveraging more than 75 million users that are surfing the web every day, WebPulse is able to see a massive amount of content for categorization and malware inspection. All new web content is sent in real time to the WebPulse data center for inspection, including links that may or may not contain malware. This real-time input is important as it speeds the time it takes to block new malware. Now, most solutions today don't have real-time inputs, so their time to block new malware can be really slow. These URLs are then analyzed by WebPulse using more than 17 cloud-based malware protection technologies. When new malware is found, a URL rating is attached to the web link that is infected and updated very quickly to the entire Blue Coat user community so that everyone is protected. The result is really fast malware and phishing protection for all users, no matter where they're located. But traditionally, more security slows the network and performance becomes an issue. While users need to be protected, they also need to have fast access to the content when and where they need it to ensure business productivity. But typically adding more security features leads to network performance issues and a poor user experience that can really affect the business. In today's user-centric world, where the internet is now mission critical for business, users need fast and secure access to web content and applications. So really, a new type of security architecture is needed, and that's where BlueCoat comes in. At BlueCoat, we believe there shouldn't be a compromise between security, control, or performance. These objectives can and should be achieved together. If you think about it, today's enterprise has an increasing amount of webified business applications running over their network, such as Salesforce.com or SharePoint Online, and these are mission-critical business applications. But they also use the internet for a lot of benign business tasks like marketing or research that are also important to optimize for the enterprise. But mixed in with this content, there's also bad content, namely spyware, malware, and phishing, that's important to block. We need to separate this bad content from the rest of the business application environment. Now, BlueCoat Secure Web Gateway has a rich set of policy features that allow the enterprise to look at all parameters of the application to determine which content is critical to the business and which content should be blocked or controlled. Now, once we separate good content and bad content and prioritize all content according to the business need, we selectively accelerate the good applications. Now, this saves expensive bandwidth, which also improves performance using unique next-generation acceleration technologies. At the same time, we offload the WAN from malware and bad traffic and limit or control good web use or recreational traffic for a lower total cost of ownership and a more secure wide area network. The bottom line is that BlueCoat fully customizes applications and web usage to the particular enterprise business, ensuring that the network becomes a value center and not a cost center. Now, typically, if the enterprise wants to solve these security, performance, and control challenges, they need to look at separate and disparate solutions. For web security, they would need one vendor to secure traffic, to protect against malware attacks, and to avoid data corruption. And to solve performance issues such as latency, delays, and packet loss, they'd need another solution from another vendor. And yet still, for user control, to enforce internet usage policies and reporting, for example, they need another technology. At BlueCoat, we're very unique. We solve these challenges with a single integrated platform, the ProxySG Secure Web Gateway, provided from BlueCoat as a single vendor. Let's take a closer look at how we can control the user experience within social networking. With granular social media application controls, BlueCoat fully customizes social networking to the business. Now, for example, IT managers can easily set policy to control playing Facebook games, or posting messages to user walls, or sending messages, uploading pictures or video attachments as well. And they can do this using separate per user or group level policies. As a result, normal users can still go to Facebook, but you can't upload videos, for example, or go to Farmville or Cityville to play games. Marketing teams can still upload content like commercial videos, but users that want to use Facebook for entertainment purposes can be blocked or controlled. Now, with such flexible policies, IT managers can ensure that social networking doesn't sap productivity. Another factor we should talk about is mobility, and where do users spend most of their time. So recognizing that more and more users are spending their time working outside of the office, it's important we include remote users into our security architecture. Now with BlueCoat, we provide Proxy Client. And Proxy Client provides remote filtering and cloud-connected protection via the WebPulse cloud for all users. And it does so without any need for downloads or patches for protection. Now Proxy Client is also part of the 75 million users in our WebPulse cloud that detect new web links and content for immediate user protection. It also provides WAN acceleration. And finally, it provides easy-to-use reporting of remote user requests and detailed reports for compliance and governance. And Proxy Client is included with WebFilter at no extra charge and requires no licensing for lower TCO for IT administrators. Another important aspect of managing the user-centric network is video. Now today, video is over 50% of internet traffic and is growing very quickly. Without proper video control and optimization, video traffic can flood your internet and WAN links and create congestion for other important business traffic. Now, as an integrated security and optimization and control-based solution, BlueCoat's ProxySG has video control and optimization built in day one. It supports comprehensive video features and is really a full media proxy. It detects video run over the most popular protocols and formats. Now, ProxySG improves the speed and quality of live video webcasts with its ability to provide stream splitting and multiplexing for greater bandwidth savings. Going further, ProxySG also blocks and limits unwanted video using bandwidth management controls and per user and group-based policies for greater bandwidth savings and even greater workforce productivity. Together, these features enable the enterprise to deploy high-quality video-based applications over existing networks without the need to upgrade bandwidth. So Blue Coat provides the best of both worlds: unmatched web security to protect all your users, as well as acceleration and user controls to ensure high workforce productivity. Going further, Blue Coat is unique in providing IPv6 security and optimization for business continuity to ensure that your investment in security is future-proof day one. Thank you very much for your time today. Please visit our website at www.bluecoat.com to learn more about how Blue Coat can improve your organization's security and application performance.